Voters in Florida are filling out one of the most crowded ballots in state history. ABC 7's Erica Jackson joins us now in the studio with details on some of the proposed amendments and possible changes to the state constitution. Erica.
Scott, thank you. We could see an end to dog racing in Florida, and felons could get their voting rights restored. But it all depends on your vote.
I place tremendous faith in the voters. I believe that they're going to take the time to read it and make educated decisions. Power's best served when it's closest to the people.
It's up to you to make a change, starting with 12 proposed amendments and revisions to the Florida Constitution. Voters will decide on whether to expand the homestead tax exemption, but according to the League of Women Voters, it would not reduce taxes paid by homeowners to local schools. Proposed Amendment 2 keeps a cap in place on the assessed value for non-homesteaded properties. Amendment 3 would give voters more control of decisions regarding casino gambling. Voters will decide whether or not to restore voting rights to felons. Florida is one of 4 states that doesn't automatically restore voting rights after a criminal sentence is complete. If Amendment 5 is approved by voters, it would require 2/3 of Florida's House and Senate to approve a tax. Proposed Revision 6 bundles the expansion of crime victims' rights and an increase in the mandatory retirement age for judges.
Amendment 6 would provide Florida crime victims with many fair, common sense protections, such as the right to be informed, the right to be present at certain proceedings, the right to be free from harassment or intimidation, the right to be notified if the criminal who changed their life is getting out of prison.
Who put this together? Was it our legislature, our elected representatives? No, it was a body, a group of people that are unelected, politically motivated, and they put this stuff, or potentially will go into our Constitution, and we don't even really know what it is.
Revision 7 includes a package of death benefits for armed forces personnel and first responders, requiring supermajority approval for college tuition increases. Revision 9 would prohibit offshore drilling and vaping in indoor workplaces. Revision 10 would require all charter county governments to have elected constitutional officers, including sheriffs and clerks of the circuit court, which would have a larger impact on the East Coast than Gulf Coast counties. Voters will also decide on expanding restrictions on lobbying by former public officers. And finally, Amendment 13 would put an end to greyhound racing in the state by 2020.
If you own a pet, if you drink milk, if you eat meat, if you eat fish, if you eat poultry, killing animals for human consumption is inhumane in the eyes of some people.
It is the right thing to do. It phases out an industry that is cruel and inhumane and is already illegal in 40 states. Dogs are dying 1 every 3 days. They're confined almost 24/7. This is the right thing to do for dogs.
Some of these amendments are facing criticism since unrelated issues are bundled together into one measure. 60% of voters must support each proposal for it to pass. Back to you.
All right, Erica, thank you.